makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keeps microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion black. Audio crack. Rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. I, of course, am Kevin, and this...
It's Clay. This.
There we go.
Hey, look, I got it the first try.
I did the hesitation.
That's, no, it's hard.
Oh, all right. Before we get going any farther, I want to say hi to everybody who's been in comments. We got Just Stevo, Know Your Joe, Lenny Ames, and Live Stream Consultants. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having themselves a fantastic evening. This evening topics is we are going to spotlight the Fifine K669. It's funny, we're spotlighting this, and neither one of ours is stock.
That's what you can buy, yeah.
Yeah, neither one of ours is stock. Like mine is, I customized myself. Yours is a custom from Fifine,
Yeah.
Which are the only customs that I think they've ever done, which is really cool. I am
cool.
super jealous.
Sorry.
It happens though. And we are going to Clay, I should say, is going to give a master class in OBS.
Actually, I think Live Stream Consultants would be the better master, but I'm going to go over what I know in OBS that gets me through the day, through the videos, whatever it is you're trying to do.
Right. King Paco, that's why he didn't buy it, because he got confused. The microphone, the K669D. It's I love my purple microphone. I think it matches well when I have my purple lights. Yeah. I only change my lights to spooky season colors right now. So that's the only reason why I changed my lights.
So King Paco said it was because of that.
I will say, King Paco, the Fifine K669 is probably the best valued microphone that you can buy for starting a podcast, for just about any type of audio recording other than like musical instruments. It's not very good for a musical instrument, but spoken word, the value that you get from the Fifine K669 is amazing.
Yep. And I think one of the things to consider is we always call it the best budget in the like we put it on a pedestal, and we're happy with it, but we're also talking about the scale between price for what you get. You know, there's other mics out there that come with a XLR cable. This one doesn't. Right. So there's things like that to consider, but it is, in a lot of our opinions, the best sounding one for the money.
Best sounding, well built. If I would put this up against its competitor, which would be the Mayano PD100, the K669 is built 10 times better than the Mayano. The Mayano is all metal, but it's a thin metal. This thing is like
heavy. It's a tiny mic and it's heavy.
Yeah. I believe Mike stepped on his when he first got it, and
Yeah.
he thought he ruined it, but
And it was like,
yeah.
just a box.
just a box. All right, so I do want to go over some of the features since we are spotlighting the Fifine K669 tonight. I do want to go over a little bit of the features. I have a little slideshow. What's in the box? When you get your Fifine K669, you do get your user manual, you get the microphone itself, and a little stand, which can be helpful, but
Yeah, they're helpful for that.
yeah, they're helpful to display. Yeah.
You know,
You do get an XLR connection only with the Fifine K669. An XLR cable is not included, which in some other microphones, they do come with XLR cables. However, the Fifine does not.
real quick. Good evening, Chris. He was just saying hi, and he says OBS is easy. It's just all the plugins that take a little thinking to make things work the way you want it. Yes.
Very true.
And I have not gone nearly as far as Chris has. Not even close. But anyway,
No, that's
back to the
perfectly fine.
mics.
The K669 does have a 3/8 inch screw and a 5/8 inch adapter to where it'll fit on just about any type of boom arm that you want to put it on, or desk stand if that's what you want. Again, highly suggest not putting it on a desk stand. Highly suggest getting a boom arm.
Agreed.
Like it is a sturdy and metallic desk stand. However, let's face it, no.
It's too low. It's too
Yeah.
too low.
Hey, you're right. It'll be too low to the desk, and because you need to be really close to it. This is an end address microphone. As you can see, myself and Clay are talking directly, well, not directly into the end of it. We are at a 45-degree angle using good mic technique, which I believe everybody should do. And let's see, it is a studio performance, provides stable and upgraded audio. And I fully do agree with that. And in this little diagram, you can see 1.5 inch to 4 inches away. I myself am probably a little close. I'm probably about, I don't know, that far away.
About 4 inches, 5 inches for me.
Yeah, I'm probably about 3 inches away from it. So this is where I'm at. I do, like I said, this was one of my first, really, I won't say it was my first big boy microphone, but it was my first one that I bought that I really enjoyed. My first big boy microphone was a condenser, but this one was the first one that was an end address that I just kind of fell in love with. The sound of it right out the box.
Yep.
There's not much that you have to do to it. I do have processing on mine.
Because that's what we like doing. It's fun.
It is. And this is what it sounds like with no processing, though. There's not much of a difference, I don't think, between this and this. Maybe a little bit more presence, but there's not much of a difference. Just a slight boost in presence. That is what I have on here with a little bit of processing.
Yes.
Clay, when did you get your Fifine K669, and what did you think when you first got it?
Same thing. I was blown away at the quality that I got for what I paid for it. I was like, what? Because like the first big boy microphone that I thought I was, I'm getting was a Blue Yeti.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's garbage. Like in comparison to this, and I believe the Blue Yeti is still selling for like over $100.
Yeah, like 120,
Like,
depending on
no.
what model you get. It's crazy.
Yeah, like who? No, don't buy it.
No, do not buy a Yeti.
know?
That is again, I will say probably about 5 years ago, that Yeti was rampant on YouTube. Everybody was using them. And that's really kind of at that time, as far as gamers and stuff like that, that was really the only sort of affordable microphone that everybody knew about without doing a lot of research. And times have changed, man. Times have changed. Fine started, Mayano has started, and Fine is putting out amazing microphones at a budget price. Again, Fifine K669 is no joke.
I'm waiting. Maybe they're not ever going to do it because maybe they don't classify themselves technically as a tech company, but I'm waiting for them to come out with software to go along with them.
Oh, I wish
It just
they
would be a
would.
nice added bonus.
It would be a nice added bonus. Even if it's not for the XLR microphones, but at least make a software for some of their USBs to where you can go in and play with it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people, when they use XLR, they're using an audio interface and they can do a lot of things there.
Yeah.
But let's face it, if you're into audio, you want to tweak things, you want to change things, and that's kind of what I like doing with my audio device. So.
Which is why the video, I think King Paco's talking about it, where I showed the K669 Pro 1, and I was doing everything through OBS.
Which was amazing video. I didn't know, what was it? The Marco, what was that thing called? The one that had all the sliders?
The Marvel GEQ.
Jeez almighty, there are so many sliders on that thing.
Yeah. And
it looked intimidating, to tell you the truth. It definitely looked intimidating.
Well, I say it's not. Like I said, I haven't really went, head first into learning all of it. So basically, I just pick a preset that is close to what I like, and I'll either leave it or I'll adjust it a little bit. But you can just go through all them sliders and just start tweaking things, and in real time, you're hearing it in your head on a plain USB mic.
Right. Livestream consultant says he tested out 6 different mics on his voice: shotguns, condensers, and the AM8 and the K669D, as well as lapels and the 669D1 out of all of them. Yeah, it's
no doubt.
It is an amazing microphone for the price. Like there are other microphones out there that, there's the Pod mic, there's the Shure SM7B, but you're paying over $100 or more, I should say, for all of those, when this one is, less than 40, and on Amazon Prime deals, like less than 30, you can get them at when they have deals. It's freaking amazing.
Yep. King Paco, I want to acknowledge him. He said he's been playing with the settings all day. It gets addicting, doesn't it? Once you start realizing what you can do with your mic and the sound you can get, you kind of start going, you go a little overboard at first. I think you got, what is that? Overstimulated, like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. But you'll eventually get to where you like it. And then you'll start working on other aspects like acoustics in the room, trying to stop reverb. And that's exactly what I did. I was just raw with everything, with some EQ. And then I kept going, man, I don't sound like the people that I like the sound of. What do I got to do to make that better? So,
but your voice is already silky smooth. Let's face it. I know you don't like to hear that.
My wife shared a video that I put up on the Chronicles. I think it was the one that said 50 years old and making big changes. I can't remember the name of it, but she shared that one, and a couple of people, like several people in the area locally, because she shared it on her local, like on her Facebook. They all said the same thing. They were like, one woman said she was watching it and her husband heard it, and he came from wherever room he was and sat down and he said, I want to listen to this.
You have that voice that brings people in.
That's good.
It grabs people's attention, which is a good thing. I wish I had that type of voice. Mine is a little raspy and I stutter a lot, so I have an issue with that, but that's my issue. At least that's in my head. That's my issue.
I wouldn't say you stutter a lot.
I feel like I do. I do a lot of ums. You should see when I edit. I take out a lot of ums.
Oh, me too. Me too. That's my biggest word is.
Yeah.
And like, when I transition from one sentence to the next. It's like so and so on. It's
Mm-hmm.
constant.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll leave them in, but most
Yeah.
of the time I try to take them out.
If the is relatively close to either the end of what I just said or the beginning of what I'm about to say, I'll leave it.
Right.
If I've got some dead space and then an and then some dead space, I'll take it out.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair. All right, sir. But that is all I have on the Fifine K669. Again, these things are super easy to customize. As you can see, Clay has his. I got mine. I have a video on how I customized mine.
And
But
this is how they come.
Yes.
You don't, unfortunately, can't get the red. You can't get the purple, but you can take it home and you can buff it and sand it and do what Kevin did and make it whatever color you want to make it.
Exactly. I'm thinking about doing another one, and making it orange and black, just to be a little different.
Yeah, Chris, I agree with you. I can't wait to hear me on an Electro voice too.
That would be nice, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear me on an electric voice.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey guys, what interface are you using? I'm just getting started here. So Lenny, I am currently using an interface that is not budget. I am using the Rodecaster Duo. However, if you are, depending on your budget, if you are a super low budget, I would suggest the SE3 from Fifine. If you can, Clay, would you like to suggest anything that's a little bit higher priced?
Yeah, I would definitely go with the Vocaster and get it now while it's on sale. The good news is the Vocaster 2 is $99 right now. It's normally 150 something, 160 something. If you miss that sale, Lenny, you can get the Vocaster 1 if you don't have a need for two mics, and you're going to get just the same quality. You're going to get all the interface.
Software.
So yeah. Oops. But I messed up on that one. But what I would suggest that's like super low budget is if you can't even afford a good interface, do like I've said in a couple of my videos, and what I'm going to show you tonight is use OBS. It's got filters. You can download plugins for VST plugins where you can get different EQs, and it didn't cost nothing.
Well, he would still need an interface to
XLR.
For the XLR, yeah.
Yeah. But if you've got if you've got an XLR like the SC1 that has no processing, it's boring. It's a good device. It sounds good. You just can't put any processing on it. So then within OBS, you would add the SC1 as your audio interface, and then add your filters to the SC1.
Or if you have a USB microphone, you could just plug it directly into your computer and use the OBS plugins, which we are about to show you now. Clay, you want to go ahead and dive into it?
Yeah, we can jump right into it. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I couldn't figure out a better way to do it. So I'm going to share the display that it's on, and you're going to see a little bit of that infinity screen. So
yeah,
I'm sorry. Let's see. So this is the interface that you're going to see when you open up OBS, if you haven't already. And this is that infinity screen that I was talking about. Kind of annoying to look at, but sorry. I can't really fix that. So it's pretty simple. Over here on the right is all the controls for starting and stopping recording. Your virtual camera, which is what I am currently using. I feed OBS into EVMux as my camera source, and it gives me the ability to go back and forth like this. So that's kind of cool. And it's got your settings. Studio mode, I don't really use that much. It gives you two screens. I suppose if you got into transitioning from one scene to another on a regular basis, then you might want to use studio mode a little more, because it'll show you what everybody's seeing live versus what they're going to see next. And then next is like the scene transitions. That's just the amount of time it takes to go from one scene to the next. And then you've got your audio mixer. And why is it not showing up?
What? Oh, I don't
It's
know.
only showing up for you.
Oh,
I'm not
I
sure
don't know.
why. Let me look at something real quick. No, I don't know. But whatever, it's not. This is real. This is how things go sometimes. But anyway, this is where your audio levels will show up for whatever devices you're using, microphones, and then next to that is the sources. And then after or before sources is your scenes, and that's where you go back and forth between the two. Whatever you got set up. I've got a bunch. I can go through and kind of show you. They look all different. Um, Things that I've done. There's the phone. I got the phone going over there, and then there's this one is set up for my Chronicles page. All right. So now, when you want to get into the processing part, um, so you go to wherever your mic input is. And unfortunately, I didn't add that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you want to add, you good with this, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to add an audio source. You're going to hit this plus button right here. It's going to pull up this menu, and you're going to go for audio. You're going to hit audio input capture, and then you can choose an existing one. What do I got in there? Let's see. Vocaster 2 is what I'm using. That's why it wasn't showing up, I bet. Then you hit OK, and that's going to, see, there we go. Now my audio levels are showing up.
There you go.
That's going to bring that in for you. Then you want to get into filters. Say you want to do some, EQing and processing on it. So you want to make sure you highlight your audio source, which is the Vocaster for me. And then you're going to click this button here, filters. And then that's going to bring up. This window is usually empty. And all you got to do is hit the plus, and then it will give you all these options to pick from. And if, say, you downloaded a VST plugin, you're gonna go down here. You're gonna hit VST plugin. You're gonna hit OK, and then you're gonna go over here. And after you've downloaded the plugin, now is where you can browse. It'll show up in there, and you see I've got a couple. I've got TDR Nova, Marvel GEQ. And this 7Q, I don't use it because I think it's meant more for musicians. And the reason I didn't use it was because when I selected it, it doesn't give me an interface. Like with the sliders.
Show them what the Marvel one is there real quick.
So what you do is you highlight the one you want. I'm not going to add. I'm going to back out of it to show them. But you'll just go back. So say you want to get rid of one, you can just right click on it, hit remove, and away it goes. So I'll show you guys what he's talking about. This was the overwhelming part he was talking about. All right, this is the interface for the Marvel GEQ, and it has got a 16-band EQ. So there's 16 different sliders. And what's cool about it is once you start playing with it and learning it, you can go in and pick a preset. I use brighter and bassy. So we'll put it on brighter and bassy. And then if you want, you can start changing and adjusting the different levels. You're not going to hear those changing right now live because I do not have the sound from these filters coming into EV Mux to our stream. So I can't.
Right.
I can't.
And EV Mux is what we're using right now to stream live.
Yeah.
What he's showing is basically when you're by yourself in your studio recording solo, or if you're able to bring a guest in another way. But right now, this is basically how you're recording solo is what he's showing you. Right.
So Chris knows how to do this. What is he saying up here? Clay is going to open a hole in the
yeah, with the infinity
screen.
Yeah.
I believe he knows how to do it. I haven't figured that part out yet.
You can do just about anything with OBS. OBS has so many different plugins, so many different things. You can even bring in, if you're solo and you go live through OBS, you can even bring in chat a certain way. It is a really cool, handy device. And what OBS stands for, I believe, is Open Broadcasting Software, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Which means it's open source, which means that it's free, and people work on this, openly. So
And they do take donations. You can like become a member. I would imagine at one point I'm going to become a member. Just not right now. I can't afford it. That's why I downloaded it, because it was free. But like I said, you can go and choose different settings. I'm not going to go through them all because you're not going to hear it. And then that's my foundation for how I'm going to process an EQ. Is I'll pick one and then I'll adjust it if I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that.
how's it going, Red Cabin? How's it going,
Yep,
my
what's
man?
up? What's up, Boneyard? How you doing? Steve-O. I didn't say hi to everybody earlier. Sorry.
Yes, Boneyard came in as you were talking. I did put his little thing evening. I
There you go.
acknowledged him in my own way without trying to talk over you.
Yeah. That's what I do. You notice I do that when.
Yeah.
So, all right, where were we? So now you've got the filters, and then you can go into the properties of each thing, and it's going to show you like which one you're picking. I'm using the Vocaster 2. Are you going to be pulling in sound? This black hole is another like a DAW, I guess. Boom Audio is one. Caster's another. V Cable is another. These are all ones that I've tried and it didn't have much success, so I don't use them.
Gotcha. A Livestream consultant says the only catch is the OBS audio will only go out if you are going to YouTube or Facebook, etc., direct from OBS.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to use another software to get OBS audio out to StreamYard or EVMux.
Correct. And that's something that I've done a couple of tests, went live through OBS. I didn't test that part, but yeah. So there's properties, and like each thing you click on, the properties are going to be different. They're going to show different things. Like this is my screen capture, and I can choose whether I want to do a display, window, or application, and then I can choose which display I want to use. And I've only got 2 showing up. I have 3, but the other one is my laptop and it's closed. So once it's closed, it doesn't pop up as an option. And then that's pretty much what I know. And you can go in, let's say, we'll do this. And then what I did was I brought in pictures of colors that I wanted, and I put those behind a screen share, and I placed a screen share in front of each one of these colors to give them a border.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can layer, and layering it is just over here. Let me go back here. You can't see it, but layering it, when you bring in say an image, and you've got a screen capture and an image, you can move those around, and it'll put one in front of the other.
It looks very daunting, but once you get into it and play around with it, it's actually very easy. If I could learn it, anybody can. And
Yeah.
And that's because I'm almost, electronically illiterate. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's not. I don't know everything about it, and what I'm offering is showing you what I do know that gets the job done for me. And if you're already a subscriber and you're following my stuff and you like it, well, you know what I mean. Like
Right.
I'll get better as time goes, and that's kind of how it is with everybody. You don't stop learning.
Cool. Are you
Show it
are
through
you
the
show,
studio
are you done
mode.
showing everything or
He wants to show studio mode.
okay?
So this is the studio mode. Again, I don't use it much because I don't have a lot of practice with it. But I believe it's preview and then program. So this is what is coming next, and this is what's live.
Yeah. Which basically what studio mode, if you're a single person, you can work on your next scene, set it up while you are live on the what's the preview.
That's not what I was hoping for, but so yeah, I mean, there's studio mode. Like I said, Chris knows a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, now select your camera.
Well, he's doing a screen share, so it's kind of showing everything.
It's going to show everything.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, he knows a lot, and he can. He's pretty good with it.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'll go ahead and.
I've used studio mode a lot when I was when I used OBS for streaming and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And
And then over
I can
here,
do
if you are, oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. Here, let
No,
me
I was
bring you
just
back
gonna
in.
finish up. Then over here, when you do want to stream and go live, that's where your options are over here. Start stream, and then you can manage your broadcasts. And
Mm-hmm.
this is where you're, going to do that. Maybe close that out. That's it. That's pretty much it. I could sit here and go step by step and show you how I build things and do things, but um, I'm not that. So
It's like I said, it can be daunting, and when you're setting up scenes, that can take time. But if you want things to look good, it's gonna take time. What I like
you want to
about
learn it.
yeah, and honestly, OBS and EVMux are very similar in what you can do. OBS is free though, and I would use OBS like if it's just yourself. Like if it was just me streaming, like I use OBS all the time when I do my product reviews and stuff like that. I don't have a bunch of different layers or anything like that. I just have my camera and my microphone, and then I hit record. That's all I use OBS for. And a lot of times that's all you really need if
Yeah.
you're just going to be a talking head.
Sometimes less is more. So
It really is, because I mean, you can get into the layering and stuff, and it can be. I won't say fun, but I won't say unfun because I do enjoy some of that stuff.
I want to show everybody. I've mentioned in the past. I don't know if anybody remembers. I've mentioned how crooked my house is and how crooked the room is.
Yep.
And because I'm using OBS and I can move my screen around, I'm going to show you just how much I had to adjust this to make it look like it's level. Now look at the gap at the bottom. That's how much I have
It's
tweaked
going,
it.
whoop.
Yeah, I had to tweak it that much because that's how crooked the floors are and the walls and the camera is not because it's on a gimbal.
Right. Hey, you know what? I mean, hey, that is one of the things OBS allows you to do, though. So,
Right.
all right, guys. Do you have any questions about our Spotlight microphone, the Fifine K669D, or any questions about OBS? We will try to answer anything we can about OBS. But other than that, I don't think we have much else going on.
Not a whole lot. No.
I know you just released a video about OBS. You also did the Pro One.
K669 Pro 1, which I used OBS for filters. Yes, Boneyard. My camera is it has its own built-in gimbal. It's the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite. It's on a gimbal. I can actually move it around. Hang on, where's my interface? But yeah, I did the OBSBot or the OBSBot, the K669 Pro 1, which I used because it's a USB microphone. I used the filters in OBS, and then I did a comparison between Vocaster versus OBS filters, and I think is that it? I have another one. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Oh, you did one on your I think you did one on your not your reviews channel. You did on Chronicles.
Right.
About but
so yeah, my
different.
camera Boneyard is got its own gimbal, and right now I'm going to go ahead and move that gimbal with the software, and we can all see. This is like being on a stage with your pants down.
Bringing down the curtain. You're giving them a peek behind the curtain is what you're doing. Yeah,
You know, so,
the behind the scenes of what things really look like.
and this thing has got like, look, I can go. You can go all over the place.
Right.
And then it's got presets. So all I got to do is once I've messed it all up, click on the preset and it'll go right back where I had it.
Which is a good thing, but me personally, I don't need a gimbal. I don't need all that. I'm not going to be walking around the room. Yeah. I like my stationary camera.
You're not in a fun house.
No, I definitely not.
I am, so I kind of need to compensate for the, you know what I mean?
So I had a video come out today. It was about It had nothing to do with podcasting, but it was tech. It was the eMeet Airflow open ear earbuds.
Nice.
Although you could probably use it for, recording, podcasting with the boom arm, because I think it sounded really nice with the boom arm on it.
Yeah.
The little boom
the little
stick.
microphone boom. Yeah. No, those were good, and those would be good for like Zoom calls, video calls, stuff like that. If you're working from home and you've got to be at a meeting or something.
Yeah, I've actually been using them at work ever since I got them. Like, I love them. I really do. And I am definitely not a fan of open ear earbuds. At least I wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's see. King Paco, I have a $700 camera. I have a Canon. Very cool, man.
M50 is a nice camera. I wanted one of those. I just never got to the point where I could, justify the cost. So I just didn't.
I can't. My wife would kill me if I bought a expensive camera, because then you got to buy the lenses. Then you got to buy the capture card. It's not just a camera. You got to buy all the other things with it.
What is he using?
He uses a House CP 2300.
Boneyard, is it a House CP 2300? I didn't know. I'm not sure if he misspelled that or if that's the name of the actual name of it. Whatever he uses works perfect. Whenever me and him have done stuff, it works fine. So it's not, you don't have to have top dollar.
Yeah, when he was on the show with you and Mike, camera worked great.
Mm-hmm. It works fine. But yep. Go ahead.
Oh no. Did anybody get anything on Prime Days? Did anybody pick up anything on Prime Days, whether it be for podcasting or, just stuff around the house? I got a couple of things that I can show.
Real quick, while you're doing that, what's up, Red Cabin Acoustic? How you doing, man? Thanks for jumping in. I didn't mean to not mention him earlier, but we were busy, so
I got
some catching up.
Got me a couple different pop filters for my
That
toner
one is bright.
and was that?
That is bright.
The red one, it's nice. I got the red and I got a green.
That one's bright too.
Got the red and green.
The lighting that you're using is just making those things look really, really stick out.
Too much? You think it's too much?
No. He said he made up the 2300 part. So I don't know what he's. It's an old cell phone. Oh, CP cell phone.
Oh, there you go.
And it's the house phone. Wi-Fi only. Well, it works, man. It works.
It works.
That's even better, that it's just an old cell phone that he just leaves laying around the house. That's even better.
Yeah. Although I don't know. You gotta add the software and stuff like that too.
What, the way he's doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess not, because he looked really good when y'all were on.
I'm pretty sure he's using an app called iRuin or iRuon or something like that. I don't know. IRUIN, I believe.
Gotcha. Whatever it was, it looked really good.
I've used it in the past. It works good.
I mean, and if that's all you got, that's all you got. Hell,
yeah.
Run with it. That's all. Yeah. That's what we say. Work with what you got. That is what budget podcasting is all about. It's not about having all this gear. It's about working with what you got.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then as you work with what you got, you start learning to make your quality start stepping up with what you got. And then you start getting a little feverish, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to go buy this.
I do that all the time. Yeah. I'll see something that I want, like just scrolling in the marketplace, and I'm like, ooh. Then I'll see if I can find a deal on it somewhere, and even if I don't find a deal on it, it's stuck in my head that I want it. You know what I mean?
You can't get it out. Yeah.
Red Kevin said he did not buy anything new. Work is crazy. Need to make some content soon.
For the Prime Day deals.
Yes.
He got nothing.
Oh,
Me neither. Yeah. Don't feel bad. I didn't. I just told you people what to get.
I did pick up. Like I said, I got the pop filters. They're normally $10. I got them for $7. So $3 off each. And then I got a boom arm. Got a boom arm.
Boom
coming.
arm.
A boom arm.
So he's got, this is it. Ryan. I could never say Ryan.
I guess.
Irian. But good app. I've used it in the past. Nothing wrong with that.
Let's see. Live stream says, I will wait till the 20 Pro Max comes out in 2029.
And then that'll be and you can't go wrong with using one of those, cell phones for a camera.
Definitely. Me personally, I can't see, like, my wife would kill me if I tried to buy me a mirrorless or something like that.
Yeah. No. I want one day, but today's not the day.
I thought she was going to have a fit because I wanted a new microphone. Oh, which I bought. I bought 2 microphones.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I bought a microphone off of eBay, and I had forgot that I did a offer on OfferUp, and I bought the one off of eBay, and I'm sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden, your offer has been accepted. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Now I got 2 of them, and they're the same color and everything.
What mic was it again? The MXL?
MXL BCD1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
I really like the look of it. And really that's what drew me in. Because let's face it, most mics nowadays are starting to look very similar to this. Very similar. And they may sound great, but as far as eye-catching, they're not eye-catching to me anymore.
Right.
Which I'll buy them because they sound great, but I want something to look good too. I mean, it needs to be interesting to the eye, in my opinion, which is, again, why I painted my Fifine K669. It needs to look interesting. Like, even your red one, it just pops off the screen. It's like, it gets conversation going.
Like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
It
gets that conversation going. Be like, oh, what's he using? That thing looks really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got 2 of them, which means I get to customize one of them. So,
and Kevin likes to do that. He likes to take these things apart and sand them down, and he'll paint them a base color. And
yeah, I've done that a few times. Like I said, I've only done it with the F-Deuce, the Fifine, and the Mayano.
Yep.
PD100, which that turned out better than I thought it would, actually.
I've talked about doing it, but I'm never going to do it. I know I won't.
Yeah. You know what? The first time I took this apart, sorry, I'm making all sorts of noise here in my desk. The first time I took this apart, it was kind of daunting. It's like, oh no, I don't want to mess it up. And I was being too gentle, and I'm like,
yep,
I'm not going to mess this thing up. I can play with it.
That's a little tank. It's the junior Tank 3.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm not dropping it on the ground while the head is off of it, it should be fine.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. Just there are a few mirrorless out there that are not that expensive. Yeah,
correct.
There is. But at the same time, with my webcam here, I feel like I'm getting very acceptable video quality without having to spend, over $200, over $150. I'm not having to do that.
I'll have one day. I just can't afford it right now, so I don't.
One day. I'll have one day if I start ever making money off of doing YouTube.
I'd be lying if I told you that the quality that I see for my content was good, because I don't think it is. I know it looks fine, but I can see when I'm editing, when I'm playing it back. And another thing is, everything looks different whether you're watching it on a phone. Hang on. Versus your TV, your laptop. You know what I mean?
This is true.
And if you look at something on a really big TV, a big screen TV that I've made, you can totally see all the noise.
Oh, same here. Same with mine when it's on a TV. But let's face it, when somebody's watching YouTube, they're mainly watching it on their phone.
Right. And this looks perfect on a phone. So
yeah.
Good enough.
And I am all about good enough.
Let's see. Where are we at with comments? Instead of getting a new mic, I am getting an old AKG restored. There you go.
Ooh, which AKG?
Yeah.
What AKG? King Paco, do you have Best Buy over there? I do.
Yes.
I have a Best Buy probably 10 minutes away.
Kevin's got everything 10 minutes away. And he's got like umpteen different taco joints, and that really makes me jealous.
Oh, you're not lying. Like, I probably have, like, there's a ton of taco joints around here.
Would love that.
Like, it's throw a rock and you're going to hit a taco joint.
We have a Mexican restaurant, and then we have Taco Bell. That's it.
At the end of my main street, I have 2 taco restaurants. I have which is a Taco Casa and a Taqueria. You drive down the road 2 blocks. There's another place. You drive. I mean, it's literally taco place, taco place.
So
taco place.
You got taco joints like we got Dunkin' Donuts up here.
Probably. I got a Dunkin' Donuts 10 minutes away too.
We have Dunkin' Donuts everywhere.
I had literally on the same road and right next to each other, there is a Black Rifle Coffee. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Starbucks, and a couple businesses down. There's like a Burger King, which of course sells coffee as well. So I mean, there's so many different coffee places down here. Of course, it's right next to a military base, so you're gonna have all that stuff. Oops.
Yep, Boneyard's got La Casita. We had an interesting dinner there a couple weeks ago.
Let's see. Okay, let me check out some of these comments real quick. So if you have a Best Buy over there and your Best Buy carry an open box like 250 to 300 open box for the same camera I have, okay, I mean that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's definitely not bad.
it's one way to look at it.
Yep. Red Cabin Acoustics says the C4500BBC. I do not know what that one is.
No.
I'm gonna take a look at that real quick.
It says it's the mic Dan Patrick uses.
Ooh, 4500. Oh.
Know your
Ooh.
Joe. Have a good evening, man. We will see you next time.
I like that. Is it the gold one with the red stripe or sort of silvery with the red stripe? I like that look. I like that a lot. AKG makes really good products. The only AKG I have though is the P120, and I still think that sounds decent.
That sounds like a weapon that would be on the Looney Tunes cartoon, like the
AKG
alien.
P120.
You know the alien?
Pew,
I'm
pew.
going to get you with my P120. Space modulator.
Oh, Marvin the Martian. I
That's
love
him.
it.
Yeah, Marvin the Martian.
I like it. All right, guys. Again, do we have any questions on the, Fifine K669D or anything about OBS or just anything in general? Just ask away. We are here for you.
About 10 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see something.
Exactly.
Hey, Marvin is awesome.
He is. I was a Taz guy though. I'm a Taz guy.
Oh yeah, I
I'm a
like
big
them
Taz
all.
guy.
Taz, yeah, Taz. I always make his sound. The kids like that.
He says yes. The last in the series. I have not made a video about it. Can't wait to see when you do.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about voices. If we're talking about Clay's voice, and oh my God, Red Cabin Acoustics.
I got nothing on him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
That's all I can say is just wow.
Yeah, his is like a hot knife through butter. It's that smooth,
Exactly. What do we like about it? Which one? What are you talking about, King Paco?
XQ38 space modulator.
Let's see. Yeah, the Fifine K669D. I do love the way it sounds.
Yes.
I do love that it's built like a tank. You could drop it on carpet and it not hurt it. You could probably drop it on the floor and it not hurt it.
You might chip the paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest
but it's still going to
it.
work. Yeah, it's still going to be fine.
It is built like a tank. They should have named this the Tank 1, although they already have a Tank 1.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Never heard of it.
Listen, there's some fine products that are out in like the Philippines that I can't get my hands on, and I really, really want. And
I'm not gonna. Don't.
no. I'm not gonna
Because
say that
one of
yeah.
us is gonna be one of the first ones. We're gonna get a hold of that thing and show it off. Watch it suck. That would be a pain in the ass.
It's been out for about a year
Over
in
there?
the Philippines. Yeah. I've seen reviews, and
Yeah.
it's like, 10 months ago. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
But I found this thing, and I was telling him about it, and then did I show you or you looked it
You
up?
showed me.
I showed
You showed me. Yeah.
and his reaction was exactly the same as mine. We both just stopped, was
Yeah.
silent for a minute. I gotta have that one.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah. Well, it looks nice, and what it is sounds appealing, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll tell him about the one I found because I don't know if it's going to make it here or not anyway. So I'll just tell him about the Tank One.
Yeah.
Fifine has a Tank One. It is built similar to the Fifine K669D, except it's thicker. Like it has a bigger circumference, and it has 2 switches on the back. It has a high pass filter and I believe a low pass filter
That's
on the
cool
back.
though.
It does look really badass, and it's like, oh, I want it. I want to know what it sounds like.
Oh, that's cool. Red Cabin Acoustic used a K669 on the air next to a RE27.
Oh, nice. And I'm sure you EQ'd it to go over the air and sound very good. That's the good thing about these microphones is they are fairly balanced to where you can EQ them so well, so easy, because a balanced microphone, you can bring in highs a lot easier than if it already had highs in it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know. That's the fun part for me is getting in there and EQing them and making some different sounds.
Ooh, Lenny Ames says he has a niece in Texas with connections to the Philippines. Oh, very cool. I'm in Texas.
Now, see,
I am in Texas. If you could get a hold of your niece and have her send me some of these microphones that I can't get a hold of. I'm not saying what I'm saying. I bet shipping would be horrendous.
yeah. But
$100 for shipping,
I'm
$20
guessing
for a microphone.
do they use the same plug that we use for power?
Well, I mean,
Would be
if
the same
it's-
XLR.
Yeah, yes, XLR.
Okay. Well, yeah. See what your niece can do,
Well-
Lenny.
Well, you got to figure because
Yeah.
what is his name? I can see him now. We both love his content over there. Oh my gosh!
What the Time Preservation Society?
Nope. He lives in the Philippines.
Oh, Dave.
Dave.
I didn't know you were talking about
Dave
the
Solter. God,
Philippines. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I am horrible with names.
Yeah,
I am
Dave Soltera.
absolutely horrible with names. Yeah, he lives in the
He's good.
Philippines.
Man, he's like, his are really professional. They make me feel very underwhelmed.
It almost makes me want to stop doing mine. I'm not. But still. Clay just needs a Memphis blue to complement the red K669D. Yeah, I mean he needs a red Memphis blue because he has the red K669D. He has the chrome retro mic that's red. Needs a red Memphis blue, man.
So you're talking like red on the outside with a black grill?
No, I'm talking about get another chrome Memphis
with
blue
red.
with the red.
It'd match
Yeah.
the. Oh, I forgot my lights tonight. Oh well, we're almost done now.
I almost forgot mine.
Yeah,
Literally, we were in the countdown, and I'm like, oh, I need my lights.
my lights. Yeah,
Happens.
it does. It
Yeah, the red
happens.
foam insert. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say no. I just haven't done it yet because it's not down like $20 or not $30 microphones, $40 microphones. It's like 65. So
Yeah, this is an expensive hobby, and you got to kind of limit yourself on what you're buying. Like,
I do.
yeah, it's like I've gotten in trouble.
I went a little gung ho a couple times when, like bills were all current, and I was like, I'm gonna get 2 mics, and I'd order one of, two different mics or something. But
Oh,
You
no,
gotta be
no,
careful.
no. Wife has yelled at me a couple times, but shh.
Does she watch your lives?
No, 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 no.
Okay, so there you good.
But we're not going to we're not going to talk about Bruno here. That's why we're not.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah. Just get the heel fin in chrome and red foam insert.
I don't know what the heel fin is. See, I don't know everything. I don't know all mics. We don't know everything.
I don't either, but
He's
I'm
like,
about to
I'm
look it
gonna
up.
look it up.
That's why we have the good old interwebs. Oh, I've seen those before. I have seen those before. Though it looks like a freaking golf club. It looks like you're talking into a golf club. Here, let me share my screen.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I'll share my screen. Give me a second.
A golf club, like the wood, the 9-iron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
it
look
does.
they look like a golf club. They look cool. Don't get me wrong. But it looks like it looks like a golf club, almost like a putter. Tucking into my putter.
That's like one of those ones that would look better on a overhead boom hanging upside down.
Yeah.
It was the mic used on the The Hunger Games. On the movie The Hunger Games. Oh. So like the announcer up on the stage was using that?
I stand by my previous statement. It looks like a golf club.
Might sound good. Looks like a golf club.
And it looks like a golf club or a car ornament.
Like a hood ornament?
Yeah, like a hood ornament or something like that.
Something that, yeah, you'd tilt it back and forth and it'll pop the hood.
But again, it's interesting looking. So it's something that kind of
it's got the aesthetics.
Yeah, it has that it factor. That little it factor to be like, hey, I might try that out.
What's that? What's he got? Yeah.
How much are they? Oh, yeah, no, they ain't that well. No.
Mr. Crisper's. Sorry, I'm an hour late. Did I miss the lifetime supply of turtle wax?
You did, man.
It's gone.
Did.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Felix won it, dude.
Snooze, you
Felix
lose.
won it. Yeah, those heel mics are about 200 to 230.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to pass on those. Oh, hey, my truck hood ornament looks pretty good too.
So if we could get somebody to make a mic like your hood ornament, then you're good.
Oh man, can you imagine like one of those Mack Bulldog trucks that has a microphone in it?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty. Or you know what would be cool? Cool to me anyway because I'm old school. A receiver for a phone, old school phone,
as a mic.
Yeah, where you just you're talking in it the whole
You're
time.
just gonna hold it like
yeah.
this.
Yeah, just gonna talk into it like this the whole time.
You mentioned the little bulldogs. When I lived in Tennessee, we drove. I drove for a company that we did a lot of triaxle dump truck work, and we had Max at the time, and they would get us. They gave us like a website, and we could pick. We would get outfits for the dogs.
Oh, nice!
Like you could set them for Christmas. Like for, all during Christmas, you could get like a Halloween costume, a Santa Claus suit, and it was all like good, like a little miniature stuff, but it was like leather, like weatherproof. It was cool.
To put on those hood ornaments?
To put on the hood ornament, yeah, you could dress him up.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is really cool.
Yeah.
Crisper says, I'm old, not old school. I am old school.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I guess we will go ahead and wrap this on up. Guys, if you would, that'll help us out. Make sure you share this video, like it, subscribe, all the things.
The one thing that I keep asking, and I'm not complaining, I haven't seen anybody do it, is leave us some comments about ideas or things that you want to hear us talk about, things that you might want to learn. And if it's something that we're able to do, we can plan to do that in a show.
Exactly. Whether it be a piece of equipment that you've seen us either talk about because it's easier for us to talk about a piece of equipment that we've actually owned, or something of that nature to go in more in depth on, or anything about budget podcasting in general that we can talk about. Yeah, definitely leave a comment in the videos, whether it be the Clay Allen review, Clay Allen Chronicles, or Back to the Retro review, either one of them. Just leave a comment and we will definitely touch on, what you guys want to
Because I look through
talk
those
about.
all during the week. I'm always looking like, oh, no. So if you think you're going to comment and I'm never going to see it, I'll see it. I look through them.
We'll get to it. Promise. Promise. Promise.
Pinky swear.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, make sure you check out all of our channels, Clay Allen Chronicles, Clay Allen Review, Back to the Retro Review. Thank you for watching. And until we see you again, thank you for being a friend.
Good night.